Welcome to this episode of Locked In. In this episode, I'm going to be showing off the Ottolock Cinch lock. If you're looking for an ultra minimal, lightweight lock to make it super easy to carry with you on your bike, please stay tuned. So in this video, I'm going to go over a few of the specs and features of this lock, as well as the mounting options, price, and my final thoughts. So let's look into the Ottolock itself. Now, full disclosure, when this came out, I bought this initially right away because I've never been a person that needed to lock up my bike long term or any place that was super high risk. Most of my trips were pretty minimal, grocery store runs at the max, and in areas that did have a good amount of foot traffic, so I'd hope that I didn't need anything crazy beefy. But I do have a U-lock as well for scenarios where I am concerned. This is a lock that I really would recommend you picking up, especially if you're into bikepacking, because this is something that is very easy to keep with you. It's very lightweight. And now let's get into specs and features. This lock is a combo-based system, so you do have to set a code into this to use it. It does come in 3 different lengths at 18 inches, which is the size that I have here, 30 and 60 inches. The weight for the 18 inch is only 145 grams, and it's only gonna go up to 260 in the 60 inch. Now you can run these in tandem, so if you did happen to have friends that like this lock, or you wanted to suggest this video to them to pick some up, you can actually daisy chain them all together. Obviously the codes are gonna be unique to each lock, but you can basically extend this, which is really convenient. Now as far as the construction of this lock, to give it that flexibility that you can see here, which is really convenient for this, it's basically a layered system that they came up with to give you that flexibility and keep the weight down. Is this the most maximum security lock ever? No, and I know the limitations of it, but it does serve my purpose very well for what I want to use it for. And as you can see here, the flexibility of this allows you to really roll it up super tight, and with the included strap, it's super easy to keep this thing nice and tight in its basically smallest form, and easily throw that in the back of a jersey pocket or hang this off a saddlebag, or you can get a bike mount for this as well from Ottolock to attach it to your frame if you wanted, but this is something I basically would carry on any bikepacking trip, so you can do, especially something solo, if I'm running into the store and want to do it by myself, this is something that's going to give you that peace of mind for that quick store run. So as far as mounting goes, like I mentioned, you can either throw this in a pocket as is, you can mount it onto the frame with the extra mount that they do offer on Ottolock's site, and they're very easy to use. Now let's get on to price. These are gonna retail for between $50 to $75 depending on the size, so $50 for this 18-inch size. Now let's get into my final thoughts. If you like this style of design but just want a little bit more peace of mind, they actually do have a heavier duty version of this lock that they do offer, but it is gonna be heavier weight, obviously. I really like this for what its intended use is for. I may, if I was gonna get another lock from them, it probably would be the heavy duty just to add an extra layer of security for my local runs, but this is still gonna be what I'd carry for a long bikepacking trip or anything like that. So I really couldn't recommend this enough. Obviously, depending on your use case scenario, this is really where it comes in handy. I will actually bring this out when even using my U-lock, locking the rear wheel and main frame with the U-lock, and then adding this onto the front wheel for extra security if you're worried about your front wheel getting stolen, because this I think is better than your standard cable lock. So I hope you like this video. If you have any questions, please make sure to comment below. I check them every single day. As well as if you haven't already, please make sure to subscribe and turn notifications on. It really does help support the channel. You can follow me on Facebook and Instagram, as well as you can support the channel via my Spreadshirt or Pateron. Links for all of those things are in the description below if you want to pick up some cool, locked in, or slow but look pro merch. I really would appreciate it. And lastly, thanks for watching another episode of Locked In.
Let's get locked in.